On today's video, I pull off another one of these. My teammates leave the game, and I absolutely terrorize my enemies doing what Caustic does best, be the most annoying legend in the game. But my name's Ragtag, the greatest gutter-tier gamer on the face of this earth, and it turned out that to make the most of Stinky Gas Poo Poo Man, there would need to be an adjustment of style to my usual gameplay, and by adjustment, I mean play to the nature of the beast. And this beast likes to invite the wolves to dinner. Charging into Skyhook, I wondered, what is it about this legend that people truly hate? Could I become the frustration that makes someone throw their controller at the wall, rage quit, uninstall, or worse, cave and become Caustic mains themselves? I tried to quantify all the possibilities and I came up with I equals noob squared by the time it took me to learn to pronounce quantify. No, Bangalore, this is my door, you insect! I mean, willing test subject? Does anyone play this legend, man? I can't see a thing! Caustic needs a buff in the form of an extractor wait, I think there's two types of gases in here. No! Don't say a word about me setting up traps like that, guys. You have to do it. It's the Caustic way. Other squads were sniffing around this zone, and if they came to take a whiff of this building, I'd give them a feast for their senses. This combination of smoke and gas was overkill, and I'll be honest, I felt as blind as my opponents, but at least seeing how we were a man down, our enemies would have no idea of our numbers. But all of that was about to change. Another squad, and Bangalore was transmuted into a coffin, leaving me with only one option. Wait and see if my traps caused enough chaos to risk a rescue, and if not, it's only quick play, so who cares? As my thunderous thighs galloped across World's Edge, I realised that caustic and cardio are two words that should never go together, as I could have sworn I was hearing the sound of chafing rubber inside my hazmat suit. But when we think about going for a good long run in real life, then why not try Raycon Everyday Earbuds, because they have optimised gel tips with plenty of spares for the perfect in-ear fit, and are the only brand I've ever had that don't fall out when moving around. And trust me when I say that I have strangely shaped ears. You get 8 hours of playtime and a 32-hour battery life, but my favourite thing about these earbuds are the little extra features that make a difference. So holding down the left side for 3 seconds lets me choose between settings for audiobooks, balanced for variety listening, or bass for, well... There's also an awareness mode you can activate on the right side for when you need to keep track of the outside world when enjoying music, and when you finally put the earbuds back in their case, they automatically start charging. You've got a little USB-C port to charge the case, or you can juice them up wirelessly, so it's no wonder Raycon's Everyday Earbuds have over 50,000 5-star reviews. These are incredibly comfortable to wear for long sessions and connect easily to your phone via Bluetooth, so for great audio quality at half the price of other premium audio brands, click the link in the description box or go to buyraycon.com/ragtag22 to get 15% off your Raycon purchase. With Bangalore in my pocket and the game approaching the halfway point, I wondered if our smoke and choke routine would see us through to the end game, because while furiously rezzing my teammate, I just had the sneaky suspicion that the team I'd evaded were hot on my heels. And now I just pictured Caustic in heels, so that's just great. Well, seeing how I've pictured it, I'm not letting you away without seeing it. Enjoy! But it turned out my tingling spidey senses weren't wrong, as that squad from before had caught up with us and I hadn't set up any traps yet. Bangalore downed the low HP Mad Maggie and went for a high risk revive, which paid off. I left a Sunday morning curry excretion for anyone who dared drop down to the basement and healed up in a nearby ditch. But it didn't take long for the ferocity of Fragment to lure Mad Maggie and co to a new fight, where we thought about engaging and ended up realising that our speciality lay indoors. So we made for the ring, camped the ring, nobody showed, but when leaving Geyser, the care package brought down the recently nerfed Kraber. Unsure if it was the play when trying to keep things up close and personal, I succumbed to temptation anyway and prayed it wouldn't cost me later. In the middle of the next ring, we spotted a Valkyrie fleeing a lost fight, and it was our duty to escort them back to the lobby. Only 2 other squads left now to vanquish, and at least one of them was a full team of 3. Now they knew that the long-range game wasn't going to be a walk in the park for them. Our finale would be fought inside Mod, which was perhaps the time to ditch the Kraber, but when we situated ourselves in the prime spot for round 5 closing, everyone was about to make their move, and so long as we kept ourselves on the roof of this cart, we could easily walk away the victors. Then in came the Revenant push from the dark magic of the totem. We had to hold our ground. Bangalore did not hold their ground. Then I caved. First game was a bust, and Smoke and Choke gasped our last. So much for holding the high ground, but there was still hope for the most annoying legend in this next game, because you will see me almost wipe a whole team with one clip, I kid you not. But before that, there was plenty of time to get myself geared up and for one of my teammates to leave the game, but there was always the slim chance that all 3 of us would make it to the end. But back to the real world. Our team was a dysfunctional mess when it came to moving together, so my only hope was to entice them with loot from the vault, and by the time I had quad gold, I was ready to make my move towards staging area where enemy forces lay in wait. And before I could even get set up inside, bloodhounds smelled the stinky gas and showed me to their team. Game isn't over, Bloodhound. Why did you leave? Bloodhound! Staging area belonged to us, and it felt strange to have a game on World's Edge that had not revolved around Fragment, which is probably why the game was almost over and we'd only seen one enemy team so far. But worry not, gentle viewer, because that didn't mean we'd have to end our game in the capital. Well, sort of. I mean, we did walk right through it, hoping for exactly that. But instead, a care package dropped on top of the outward bound bridges towards Epicenter, and once again dropped a Kraber. I'd learned my lesson this time, and my shots had to count, or this gun was dead to me. Now to push before Octane's team could revive him, but Caustic is only very dangerous over short distances. However, my opponents wouldn't be ready for what I had in store for them.
Why are you running?
Almost one-clipped them all if it weren't for that pesky Wraith, but now, on the icy plains, Mad Maggie and myself had a chance of reigning supreme rulers of this chilling battlefield. 4 squads left, but the cold reality of this game was that I had no buildings to hide in, so perhaps I'd need to hold on to the Kraber after all. Another care package crashed into the ice and yielded the game changer I'd been waiting for. The Volt SMG, but just as I ran towards the sounds of gunfire for a decisive third party, footsteps from Fragment crept behind us, threatening to ruin everything. Somehow we'd found ourselves with only 1 squad left to beat, so it made sense for us to return to the high ground, because with the Kraber and that vantage point we could actually fend off a full team. So I pinged the plan to my teammate, headed to the objective inside the ring, and Mad Maggie, well, she had a different strategy, of which I am still unsure to this day what it actually was. Of course she left. Of course she did! Well, plan B. Pray for something amazing. Oh wow, look guys, don't say a word about electric fence, did you hear me? Not one word in the comments! Then, in they came. We put up a valiant fight, but at the end of the day, the only way I was going to win a game would be to stick to the plan of fighting indoors, and when I got to Storm Point, that's exactly what I did. So that's what it feels like to get shot in the butt with an arrow. It's not very nice. I don't like it. Newcastle to the rescue! Again? 2 arrows to the butt cheeks? Come on now, Valkyrie, it's just me, little old Caustic, I wouldn't hurt anyone. Shoot her in the face, Newcastle, kill her! For this game, I wanted to give the Hemlock and its single fire a little test drive, always mindful that committing to a fight in the open would effectively neutralize this legend, so we tread carefully and went to the human firing range. I meant to do that to keep out of the sun, okay? So put a sock in it, alright? Place seems clear. Downed player on that box. Oh wait, they're not downed. They're crouching! Then the grenade I tried to pick up disappeared. This wasn't a good time given that I was about to get shot in the face. I tabbed out in disgust, thinking this was all over, but my faithful protector brought hope, making Mirage quite angry. What's that now? 3 times I'd been down so far? Quality content. But looking at our squad of Rampart, Newcastle and Caustic, surely we had the goods to create the ultimate bunker squad. But as we approached Cascade Falls, our team synergy was still non-existent.
Good job.
Why, thank you, Rampart. Let's get you back in the fight. Once we were whole again, using the crafter attracted the attention of the jackals, and in they came. I had my ultimate, and I was ready for a fight indoors. I pinged the battle location for my teammates and hoped they agreed. But of course, they didn't. I was hurt. My team were out in the open and the battle plan had changed.
One of them's one shot. One of the squads over here.
2 teams, round 2 closing. I'd lost the confidence to win a fight with no heat shield so far from the next ring. But leave my vocal teammate behind? Not a chance. Six squads left. I'd had enough of the Hemlock and went back to the semi-faithful Wingman. The end game approached and the ring would close around an area I was less familiar with, but so long as there were buildings, Caustic would be a happy gas man. However, the moment we summoned back our teammate was the moment that this game would take a fiery turn.
If you kill someone, can I have their loot? I'm decently kitted.
Enemies were starting to fear coming inside. The plan was working. Ouch, 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 ouch! My poor bottom has got enough holes in it for one day, alright? Come on now!
Oh my god.
I really feel bad for you at this point, man, but you know what? You getting downed is a sacrifice I'm willing to make. You're welcome.
Sorry.
Unlucky, Rampart, but at least we made that Horizon pay for insisting on thirsting you before we blasted Space Mum back to the lobby. By the time we moved to the next zone, I spied another care package, and inside was another Mastiff. So of course I offered my second-hand one to Newcastle, and as we tried to figure out how to bring back Rampart, they had something to say.
Also, Caustic, can you hear me? You're correct, by the way. 15. That's crazy.
Who, me? No, I just let you die most of the time so that I could shoot our distracted opponents. The tiny ring was all that remained on the map, and Rampart spotted a chance at redemption.
Wait, there's a res thing right next to the circle.
Trouble is, the final team was in the building across the way, and going for that beacon would be suicide. So I did what all Caustic mains never do. I went for the revive.
Wait, can you go res? I think they fire for the end.
Rampart freely landed, and then I realised this final team wasn't a full team at all, and it dawned on me that the matchmaker gods had actually granted us a gift. So there was only one thing left to say. Thanks.
Yay!
And there you have it. If you want to be the most annoying legend in the game, let your teammates die, capitalise on their death to boost your eliminations, and always fight indoors, even if it leads to your own demise, because it's just far too much fun, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Catch you on the next one. Later.